What is up, beautiful people? This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Auto Skin Detail. Give them a follow on Instagram, like a couple pictures, show them some love. This podcast is also brought to you by Cinder, fulfilling all of your cannabis needs in Spokane. Visit them at cindersmoke.com and order your buds before you get to the store. Let's go! Yo, I'm just happy to be here. It's not bad.
All things considered.
I'm okay with it.
We're live. What's up, guys?
What is that?
Nothing. What are you up there doing?
Beautiful people at a back porch.
Yeah, should I do my intro?
No, fuck the intro, bro.
Okay, that's
We're on a new wave now.
new wave.
It's a whole new podcast. Same name, different game.
Ooh.
I like that.
Welcome to summertime.
Yep. Summertime.
Oh, that's a throwback, bro. You've been listening to Hooptown?
I have.
I love Hooptown.
What's that?
Hooptown's okay.
Hooptown is a radio station that just launched in Spokane. I think it launched potentially for Hoopfest,
And then
but
what
then
happened?
Hoopfest didn't happen. But it's 101.5. It's called Hooptown, and it plays like 2000s and 90s R&B and hip hop. It is like the fucking sweet spot.
They tried
for-
to. It feels like throwback, but it's like our throwback.
Yeah, they're like literally the
Sick.
only song that it's missing for it to be a Spokane throwback station is Summertime in the 509.
And they'll put it on.
They'll put it on.
Oh yeah.
Bro, I swear someone needs to get them a copy of that record.
What's your guys' favorite like summertime jam?
Summertime jams?
Yeah.
I like the that Warren G track. This DJ, it's kind of easy when you're listening to the G'd up sounds. Pioneer
Oh.
speakers, like yeah,
That's
shit.
that's a nice summer.
It's got that vibe to it, bro. Yeah, I love that.
Obviously, Big Willie.
Yeah,
Summertime.
Mm.
Summertime.
that shit's good.
I'm trying to
shit's
think of
fire.
something that just reminds me really about summer.
I'm floating away. I ain't worried about this shit today.
Oh.
That's a good one. That's that one right there, bro.
Dude, we make fucking. What about beachside? Oh wait, sorry, I ain't gonna give it on the way.
Yeah, don't give up game on that yet, bro. We ain't ready for beachside.
We got.
What's your
futures.
cut?
I can't think of it.
You can't
Some
think of it?
I'm just because I'm going back to an era where summer was just like you could smell the heat coming in. Your windows open.
can
You
feel it
slept in until
right now.
11 o'clock you're a kid. You know.
If you close your eyes right now and you take a deep breath through your nose, you can kind of get a hint of summer vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it was like July. And
You
school
remember
was
you'd
out.
wake up
like-
late and you'd crack your window open and just like hang your feet out of it because your window is right next to your bed.
Oh, dude! And
And
what
it
I
was
would hear
like-
is I'd hear the basketball bouncing outside, and I knew the neighbors were out just.
Already
I'm like,
getting it.
oh damn,
It's
what's
time.
up?
Yeah. It's time.
You look out the window and yell something at someone.
Or someone would come up and knock on the window. What are you doing, bro?
You lived on the first floor.
Oh, first floor. Yeah.
I was
We
up
didn't
on
have
the
two
top
stories.
floor. Yeah, so I had to yell down.
Really,
What's up? Hey, where y'all going?
dude?
Going to the park.
Where
Oh,
summer's
okay,
not
I'm
the
gonna get
best.
up. You don't get up. You just lay there.
Summer's still the best, bro. Fuck is you talking
But
about?
I mean, we work, like when you were a kid and you actually had that summer, and then like it was like June 21st, and it was the last day of school, and you were getting out, and you're just like, what are your friends? What you guys doing? People signing the yearbook. You're going home, and you're just like, when you get off work and you got like a 3-day weekend, that feeling where you clock out and it's still the day that you got off work, and you're like, I got 3 days off ahead of me and tonight. And imagine back to that feeling when you get out of school and you're like, I got 3 months.
3 months of just nothing.
My parents are going to be going to work. I'm going to be at home.
I'm gonna grow up so much in this next 3 months.
I'm going to eat so many Hot Pockets in this
Yeah.
next 3 months. I'm going to drink so many. I wouldn't even fuck with Mountain Dew. My mom would get Mountain Breeze,
Oh yeah, the Mountain Breeze.
Yeah.
Fridge
Hit
full
it-
of Mountain Breeze.
You hit
and
up the
Capri
pool.
Suns.
You hit up the pool.
Yeah, dude.
You hit up the pool and bust a couple preacher seats off the high dive.
Oh, the public pool was
Yeah.
clutch, dude. The public, and now you look back and you're like, ooh, that's dirty.
It was fine.
super dirty.
I
I
would've
remember
loved
being
it.
like a young, like 8, 10 years old, 12 years old, going to the public pool, and just like, all the little high school girls would be there too, like too old for me and shit. But I'm just like learning how to open my eyes underwater, just like swimming through a sea of ass. bro. Like little 12-year-old me was like going foolish at the public pool, bro.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was so into booty at like 12, 13 years old, bro. I was just like, what's this? Whoa. Wow. This is crazy.
I remember I got in a fight with a kid at a public pool. He called me a cum stain, and I was too young to know what that meant. I was like, what does that even mean, bro? What are you saying? Come where? Where are you? What are you?
Look it up.
You fucking cum stain.
He doesn't get it.
Look it
I
up.
just
You
thought
couldn't
this
have
dude was
looked it
bad
up.
at insults.
What were
Am I gonna ask Jeeves?
Yeah, there's no Urban Dictionary back then.
Yeah, there wasn't.
Dude, what were some of the fucking weird insults that would be thrown at like when you were a 12-year-old kid at the pool?
Butt munch.
Yeah. Dweeb.
Cum stain, butt munch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you butt munch.
You fucking dweeb.
Dweeb.
Dude, there was some worse ones though. Like yeah, butt munch. That's a good one, bro. What was another one? Of course, shit stain.
Yeah.
Sometimes an older person would just call you a little shit.
Yeah, little shit.
Yeah.
Little hellion.
Punk kids, man.
Yeah, we kind of were though. But I don't know. I don't think there was a moment in my life where I felt more not free when I was 12 years old or 15 years old, 14 years old on summer break, and looking back now, and I was the most free.
The most free. Yeah.
But you didn't feel free.
No, well, back then, I mean, you're kind of in that limbo stage. It's like you're too old to like, because when you're like a little kid, like your parents do everything for you, take you everywhere. It's
You
like
needed a ride.
You got stars in your eyes and shit. Then you get a little bit older, and your parents kind of get sick of your shit, and you're kind of got to fend for yourself. Like it's like they're not like there at your beck and call
I'm not
anymore.
going to take you to your friend's house.
But you're still too young for driver's ed and having a license. You're like
Yep.
13, 14, 15, just stuck. You're like, maybe I could hop the bus to the
Dude,
mall.
I walked
or catch a ride. Yeah,
everywhere.
bro.
My buddy would just be at home, and it would be like an hour walk, and I'd be like, "You got a bag? All right, I'll walk up there. I'll see you in an hour," and I would just walk.
Me and the homie used to
Didn't
walk
matter what
everywhere.
weather.
No matter what.
He'd walk everywhere. And then the homie got a bike with pegs, and it was fucking, it was over, bro. We was just mongoosing it everywhere.
And I used to have a bong that I put in my backpack, and I would put like a sock over it, thinking that people wouldn't know what it was.
Yep.
But that shit just smelled like bong water.
Yep, I had one of those.
Of course.
I had a homemade bong, and before I knew it, I was that guy like carrying a backpack in and out of the house every day. And my mom's like, "It's summer." Like,
Bro, I was bringing a backpack
fucking
with a
idiot.
bong in it to school, thinking that nobody knew, and I just had this stinky bong, plastic bong that I had bought in my backpack.
emptied out.
Emptied
so
out.
Put a bottle of water
just
in it.
ready. At all times, I was ready, bro. Like to just like, oh, we're skipping. All right, cool. Yep, Zach got the bong, got the weed. Let's go. We would just sit in the woods or something. We'd find a nice little spot in the woods, and we would just post up and just get really high and just try to like just getting high and dodging like the high school security guard.
Oh, bro. We used to fucking link up right before school and go blaze at the homie's house because he lived like a block from the school. And we just walk in stinking, bro. Every day, just walk in smelling into class and thinking that nobody knew and all this other shit. And of course they knew. And so one morning we go and we blaze up at his house, and we're getting ready to walk over to school, and we get to the edge of the parking lot, and I can already see the security guard coming out the side of the building, like walking towards us. Yeah. And she's walking with purpose and like already starting to talk to us. We can't hear what she's saying. So we're like, fuck, dude, what do we do? What do we do? So we just like broke off and ran into some neighborhood, and she like chased us across the parking lot off school property. Like she was crazy, bro. She was
Takes
nuts.
her job serious.
Yeah. We had one security guard that was a super hard ass like that. Like, I remember I tried to wear a shirt to school one day that said, I'm Rick James, bitch. And she like caught me right at the door and like made me flip it inside out and sent me home like immediately. We had this other security guard that was a dude. He was chill. He caught us smoking joints and like blazed with us a few times.
What?
He's like,
What?
Yeah. He's like, he didn't give a fuck, bro. He's like, just get back to class. You know, he's like, just go.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I got in so much trouble from that other lady. She would literally chase us for like a mile off of property.
And you know, if that lady's chasing you, it's like you're not gonna get me to stop smoking weed.
No.
What are you doing? You know, the guy that's smoking with you is like, guys, I'm telling you, this is cool, but you need to get back to class, okay?
Yeah.
Because that's what you do. You get high, and then you learn shit when you're high. It's fun, okay?
His whole philosophy was like, look, you're gonna do this shit anyways. You know, real adults like know what the world is about, but like you still need to handle your business. You know, like get your shit done, and
Because
you
when you were
still have
hiding,
some fun,
bro. When you were hiding, it's like it was always like parents didn't get it. Like it's like, are these older people that, hey man, I'm trying to, they don't get it.
Yeah.
When really they were probably like, hey man, like, I mean, people were just like, don't smoke weed, and I was just like not going to hear that. Like, I'm not going to do that. Whatever you got, when any kind of advice, you need to hit me with something different than not smoke weed, because I'm going to do that.
That's funny how like at that age we still had enough, like you'd hear somebody say to not do something, and then you'd be like, oh, okay, like that means that's tight. What I mean? Like you weren't even at that age where it's like, maybe they're right.
No.
Like,
but there's that age of defiance in the middle where it's all rage against the machine. Someone tells you what to do. It's fuck you. I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah, it's like, go smoke some weed. No.
Yeah. And I mean, that shit fucked me up, bro. Because in high school, I was just like, I had so many days I had to make up, and I was just skipping. And I made those days up, and we did it. But should have just went to class high.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, man.
But I was just,
you were skipping. Would you skip first period or fourth period?
Oh, bro, I would skip all periods. So I would just honestly, I would walk in, and it got to the point where you'd walk in, and then you'd see the homie, and he'd be like, "You want to just go?" And then we would just go, because it's like you couldn't
go. So the teacher would see you in class.
Sometimes the teacher would see you in class, or you would just like, you'd walk in the front door of the high school or something, and you would kind of spot the homie, like you guys were both going to class.
Yeah.
You want to just not go? And then we would just walk past the class and out the door, because these guys kind of taught me like, oh, you just walk out.
Yeah.
And there's like a neighborhood in the back of our high school, and you just walk. And
don't turn around.
Yeah, people just don't. You just walk. That's all you do, dude. And nobody says anything to you. Or, and so I hated school, bro. So it was so easy for anybody to convince me to not go, because I just the thought of just having to sit there for 8 hours and listen and projector screens and book readings, and this is 8 hours, and it's just like.
See, I was kind of like, no one taught me. I guess I didn't have enough bad influences in my life at that point. No one taught me about the walkout. So it wasn't until like after I graduated that I realized, oh shit, I could have just been not going to that bitch the whole time.
That's good.
But I was the opposite, because I still hated school, but I was sitting in class, so I would just intentionally not do the work. Like, I'm smart. I would ace the tests and shit like that, but I wouldn't do the homework.
Yeah,
because I just thought it was bullshit. But I would still.
It was bullshit.
I still ended up failing class. I failed 3 classes my junior year. Ended up having to retake my junior English my senior year. So I had a retake of my junior English class and senior English back to back. And then to make up credits, I had to do like a single living class for some sort of elective credit, and I also had to TA a class. So I TA'd the single living class right after I took it. So I basically doubled up.
What is single living? Is that like living single?
It's kind of like home ec, but it's just like, this is how you cook macaroni and cheese and balance a checkbook.
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like, all right, we can tell that you guys are going to be alone into your 20s. So here, this is how you live single.
It was just kind of a crash course in that. It was like, this is how you iron shit.
Because
this is how you don't fuck up clothes if you're using a washer and dryer.
I'm 33 years old, and I still only know how to really cook like 3 meals, solid meals, bro. Like and like 2 of those meals. 2 of those meals are like taco related. Yeah. Like I can do tacos, and I've just recently been making my own cheesy gordita crunches.
Nice.
Okay, so if you could do tacos, you could do anything Mexican.
And I do spaghetti.
That's true.
So you just gotta. If you can do tacos, you can do anything Mexican.
You can do tamales.
So you know how to do Mexican. Yeah, well, sure.
I don't know how to do.
It's just a different
enchiladas.
It's just a different. No, there's no wrapper for tamales. You got to make it. But
enchiladas is just.
It's just
sauce.
Enchiladas is just burritos smothered in sauce.
You take the burritos.
Try again.
You
say
make
another
like 4
one.
burritos and you put them in a glass dish. Pour sauce on it and bake it for a little bit.
That's it.
That's enchiladas.
Oh.
Okay, put some rice inside.
That sounds good.
Yeah, the sauce kind of does something.
Why do Mexican people have the best
food?
So
there's also sopas, and sopa is like it's almost like a little bathtub of tortilla. It's like a little thing with walls on it, and you put
tortilla boat.
And you just put it, and it stacks up super high. And the first bite you take, it all falls apart. But that's how they like it, because
like
you'll have like 3 or 4.
Okay.
You'll have like 3 or 4 of them on your plate, and so when it falls off, it falls onto the other ones. And you just keep on. The last one's the biggest one.
They got it figured out. All their food is a combination of the same like 5 ingredients.
Yeah.
But they like make that shit crack. Like,
and then you throw vegetables on
it.
it.
We fried the tortilla a different way, or we did this, or we did that.
Yeah, the way that you said, I know just a few things, and a couple of them are taco related. You know all Mexican food then at that point, or a lot of Americanized Mexican food, because you can do nachos. You just take whatever kind of thing you put in your burrito or your taco, lay out some chips, top it, a little bit of cheese, put more chips, and layer it.
Taco salad.
Taco salad.
Mhm.
It's all the same once you know one.
Okay.
Now if you were starting to, the next thing I think for people to get into in terms of like learning how to cook is soups. The soup game is you can make the best soups.
Soups are good.
Yeah, and I mean like you could do anything with a soup or a you know, what do they call it? Gumbos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I mean it all starts with like a stock, you know, where you have like the beef broth, like those little cubes. Have you ever seen those little cubes that you put and you pour hot water on them?
Bouillon cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They sell stock you can just buy already made though, like in a.
So is that like a
The bouillon
jambalaya?
cubes are the
I've
good
made
ones
that.
though.
Yeah.
I've made a jambalaya before.
Yep.
Yeah.
And remember Maria's like vegetable stews and stuff like that.
God.
Those are good because for single people because you cook on a Wednesday and you're eating until Sunday.
Yep.
I
If
need
you
that,
want,
yeah.
if you want. You know?
So a lot of crock pot dishes.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
stuff
Oh,
like
and if
that.
you're doing crock pot like set it and forget it type stuff,
Dude,
then
crock pot is fucking amazing.
So where it's at?
My girl, she'll make a pork roast in the crock pot. You just put it in there, forget about that shit for 8 hours, put like some spices and like a apple beer or something in there.
Yeah.
You know, and fucking just let it sit. That shit pulls apart with a fork.
Oh.
Like just dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I've been
incredible.
I've been getting back on the meat a little bit because I
Seems
was
like it,
just
I'm
working
sure.
out a little bit.
No.
I was working out a little bit more, hence the injury.
Holy
If you
shit.
guys notice
dude. What
why
did
I'm
you do
just-
to your
Yeah,
finger?
what happened, bro?
I was
Like
dude,
tell the whole
it was
story.
just bad, bro. Basically, I was starting to work out. I was like,
You're
you know,
at home.
Got to work out. Yeah, I'm upstairs. I got a couple 40-pound dumbbells. I like to do a couple exercises, and then I have like a bench downstairs. So I'm like, hey, no, I'm gonna take these 40-pound dumbbells downstairs, and just kind of do some benches and shit like that. And down there, I kind of forgot that I already had on the side of the bench a couple of 30-pound dumbbells. So when I was doing I didn't clear my work area. I didn't really check my workout area. I just laid down, started hitting them, went to drop them, and just smashed my finger between the 40-pound and the 35-pound weight, bro. And it could have been infinitely worse, dude. But I'm
You
super
caught
grateful.
the tip of his
Honestly,
finger. It's swollen, huge.
We'll post a pic.
It's fucked, bro. It really has been. I
Does it bend?
Actually, dude, I can feel it. I just jumped in the pool. I've been
Yeah.
coming and doing podcasts. Like, I mean, it's not stopping me. I did have to leave work like
Can you make a
halfway.
fist?
Oh, look at it.
Definitely, like right here this is full of blood. So it's like,
This is full of blood.
yeah, they like
What'd they tell you to do?
they tell you that you're supposed to get a paper clip red hot, and then you're supposed to poke a hole into your nail and let the blood squeeze out. And they say that when you do that, it immediately relieves all the pressure in your finger, and your finger just feels a million times better.
I feel like you could somehow stab it with a needle and like suck the blood, like you know.
Bro, if I was gonna do that, I'd have to ice that shit so much first. Like, just,
Dude, and I'm
numb it.
gonna show
If
you.
you nubbed it, then slid a hot paper clip in.
I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of like already numbed. Like I literally watched a guy do it on YouTube, and I was like, but
I don't know if I could watch that.
I just
This
would.
tastes pretty good.
Also, if you don't fuck with it and you just ice it and just it'll heal. Your
It'll
body
go
will
away on
heal.
its own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might have a fucking weird finger. Might have a weird nail.
No, it'll go back to normal.
Think so?
Oh yeah, you're back to normal.
And I just think of it as a very a good learning lesson that next time, sometimes things need to wake you up in life because you're kind of getting too comfortable and oh, I'm just going to get down here and do these little weights. And then all of a sudden it's like life wakes you up and says, dog, you fucked up.
You were supposed to throw disc that day. You did.
The next day I did throw disc too. Or no, it was that day.
You threw disc.
No, was it the next day? I
No,
can't-
it was that day. At
Was it
4.
that day?
Yeah.
Bro,
the pain hadn't
Did
set
you
in
go?
yet.
I went.
With a fucked up finger. after
Dog,
you
I
smashed-
don't feel. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't feel like it's gotten that much better. I feel like the pain kind of subsided, but it still looked and felt just like this. Are we
This-
sharing?
Yeah, he shared.
I just donated.
You got it.
I'm good.
It's really tasty.
So yeah, you guys have
Who
at
you
it.
smoking on, Mike?
I got some Super Silver Haze from High Road.
Ooh.
This shit is fire, bro.
Ooh. You got a? What do you get? A quarter?
Yeah.
Damn, big baller,
Damn,
baller
right?
over here. Get a quota.
Oh, damn.
Get a quota.
Bro, that is
Let
very,
me see the shit right
very
here.
fresh.
on the
Yeah, I
corner.
like that, bro.
Yo, High Road is the
Oh
truth.
my god.
Out of Spokane too.
Oh my god, it make
Yeah.
my nose close.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Oh yeah, that was tasty.
See what I'm saying?
What do you got in yours? What are you smoking on? You don't even know.
I'm smoking on the high road.
Of course.
Lemon cookies.
Damn, High Road in the building.
High Road.
Dude,
High
that's
Road in
right.
the building.
Shout out High Road.
Yo, man,
I
high
have to
road,
tag him in this episode.
pesticide free, great weed.
Great weed.
I mean, if you are somebody who is an asshole, no, I'm just kidding. That is all worried about numbers. They test at 29%.
You're an asshole.
Is
You know-
29% not that good anymore?
No, it's very good. Most stuff, kind of the average is probably like 20. 20, 24 in there. So if you got anything 27, 28, 30, it's like.
It's good.
But the numbers, like, it's not necessarily going to get you more high. You're not going to get more high. That's the thing.
Ain't nothing but a number, bro.
It's not. I get more high off of this other weed I had that was like 18%, and that's 30%. And this is just like more of a mild, functional high. It's cool. It's nice and chill, but it's not like, all highs are different. Some just like lock you down. And the science behind.
Do you find yourself explaining that when you're dealing with people and they think that the higher the number, the better the weed?
So I've learned to just only explain that if they are really interested, because you'll just try to explain it to somebody who's like, bro, listen, long day, highest numbers, $40 in my hand right now. Like they don't care.
They don't care. They're not trying to hear it.
Yeah, they're not trying to hear it. And you
You're
try to
not gonna
talk about
change their mind
terpenes or something. And it's not everybody, but this is just, I try to understand too that, they just got done 8 hours of fucking cementing or whatever the fuck, whatever they're doing. And then coming in there and they're just like, I just want to get high. Okay, I got $20. Give me an eighth. And I'm like, an eighth? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. We can do that. And sometimes I want to waste the time, like, see if I can get you something better. But, the other thing I understand is that not everybody is a connoisseur of marijuana. Some people are just, their project is they're working on a car. They can't wait to go home and get in the garage and get under that Ford. And they're like, dude, I need a $3 joint. I just need like a little thing. I don't care. Like I'm not into all the shit.
Good point.
So you're like, all right, okay. Yeah, I can respect that, Not everybody's like you. That's what I've kind of started to learn in these later stages of life.
Everybody's different, man. Everybody has their thing. It's up to you to kind of read that situation, I guess. You can't teach everybody.
I think I really try to, these days, kind of really put myself in other people's shoes. And just kind of see, like, oh, well, this is why they acted that way. This is why they were sharp. This is why they were rude. Maybe they got some shit going on. Maybe their day was stressful. Maybe someone was an asshole to them.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the world that way, I feel like you understand. It makes sense. That when you're just blaming people for things and you're putting people in boxes, like you're an asshole. Yeah. It's like, well, no, I'm just an asshole today because I've just had some fucked up shit.
Right. I heard somebody say, I don't remember who it was, but they basically said that because you don't know what anyone's going through. He tried to approach any situation like that, just kind of pretending that their mom just died. Like, what if their mom just passed?
That's the benefit of the doubt you should be giving people.
Yeah, they could have just got like the worst news in their life. They're just taking some shit out on you. That's not.
And until I always want to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, in that thought process.
Right.
Oh, something's going on, rather than just, I'm going to immediately judge their character. This is a horrible person,
right?
And this person just probably like this all the time, because we all get like that. What do you guys do? What do you guys do when you kind of get in like a sour? You guys find yourself in like a sour? Is there nothing? Do you just kind of wait it out, or is there anything that you can do in that moment to kind of yank yourself out of it?
Meditate.
Like for you guys, is there anything that you actually do?
Yeah, like quick meditation type stuff. Like couple second, stop, take
Some
deep breaths, shut your eyes.
So what do you do? Do you kind of block yourself off? Like, do you kind of like with the wife and kids, you do it like when you're kind of alone, you go in the room and you
or like at work or something like that.
You can
like
just
really
go in the
hectic,
office or something. And
yeah.
So
it's easy in cars and stuff like that because you'll you could pull over for a second, like, if you were really going through it, but just a couple seconds of just thinking what are you having an issue with, and how to get to the end without how to alleviate your problem with the least amount of steps. Well, it's usually all it takes.
A lot of times you find yourself in that feeling, and your brain knows this is just some stupid feeling,
right?
But you still can't stop.
You can't let it go.
Yeah, you can't let it go.
And then that snowball effect happens, where like that one little thing that you're gonna look back on and know is stupid, because you're smart enough to know in the moment that like, you know, you shouldn't be feeling that way. It's tough to break out of, but it'll start to affect the rest of your day, and more shit. You'll take that into whatever thing you're doing next. So, yeah, I mean, it's important to take a minute, whether it's meditating or whatever it is. You know, like I try to focus on like a creative outlet. Like I'll do some writing or sketching or something. Just to kind of like, it's just a good reset. Cause
that's like just a different form of meditation.
Yeah, those are just the kind of things that like I have to refocus all the energy in my brain into doing that. Mm-hmm. So it really like doesn't leave a whole lot of my brain to like continue to focus on whatever dumb shit.
So do you find it hard to get into that art when you're in that kind of a mood, or is it easier for you to just like as soon as you start playing the beat or just pull the sketch pad out, your brain just kind of shifts over?
Sketching's easier than writing for sure, unless you're trying to use whatever happened as like a fuel to write with.
Because you're gonna think about it.
Yeah, but usually that's more for like a real situation that deserves to kind of fuck you up for a minute, and then you're writing about it to get through like that pain or whatever.
So sketching will actually take your mind off of it.
Yeah.
Where music, you're just thinking about what just happened,
right,
and trying to use that as fuel.
Yeah, and I don't think I would channel like some dumb bullshit situation that I needed to, you know, just get over really quick, but was having a hard time not feeling sour about.
Sometimes it is. It's not always something that's super important. It's just some dumb thing, and you're just like.
And trying to channel that into like a song or writing it's gonna come off kind of weird. Like it's not really the right energy.
Yeah,
I feel like that's more to like write about your real life situations or real hurdles you have to overcome.
What do you think is like
sketching? Just refocus.
What's the best energy for you when you're writing? Is it a happy energy? Is it like a I'm on top of the world, I just made a sale or something, or you know, when you're coming home and it's the weekend and you got that vibe? Is it that, or is it pain, or is it?
So I personally don't write a lot from pain. I mean, my life's pretty happy in general, so it's, you know, I don't have a lot of like tribulations I'm going through. I write from more of like a determined energy. Like I use like others to inspire me. So like when I hear, you know, a dope verse from you, or when John, you know, posts something new and I'm vibing off of that energy, I use that to like channel into my own thing. And I'm like, oh, it's a little bit competitive in a sense, because I'm like, oh man, I want to do something as good as that. Mm-hmm. Like I have to make that happen.
Okay.
You know, I just want that feeling.
Yes.
I want to create something that gives me the feeling that just gave me.
Yes.
It's kind of like what you were speaking about on that episode a while ago, Cody, where when you hear good music, it kind of puts this weird energy in you where like, I have a desire to do that. Mm-hmm. I want to create that.
Mm-hmm. So that inspiration that you're pulling from seeing somebody else.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, less competition and more learning from each other.
Yeah.
You know, that's it. People, you know, want to bogart ideas, and you know, and I understand for mystery and things like that, especially as like an artist or something. But when I see something working, you know, especially with someone, I just ask, hey, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
What's up? You know, how are you getting these results? Or how are you, you know, how do you go about, you know, I don't know. When I was a kid, I just always thought that it was just like everything was a competition, and everybody's like, oh, they're not going to give up these secrets, or they're not, you know, you don't, you know, you can't
real
ask.
hush. You can't just.
There's rules.
Yeah, figure it out for yourself.
I remember you said something about the monthly listener thing, and you were like, I just asked, you know. It's like you just make sure that you do this, this, and this, and that same.
That's a great example, because that was it. That was one of the more recent ones where, it was somebody that just was really seeing success with that, and I was just like, just reach out to them.
Yeah, and just say, hey, how did you do that? Oh, this is how I did it. Oh, perfect. You know what I mean? Thank you.
In the worst case scenario, they're like, you know, man, like, I don't know. It's kind of just came on its own. My song is really good, or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, people are really latching onto my product. I don't really, you know.
But that's interesting. So usually in a kind of triumph, like a nice happy vibe is where you kind of find yourself writing.
Yeah, happy and determined, and yeah, not even so much like I'm trying to compete with people or emulate what they're doing. It just, I don't know, like I have a really big appreciation for any good music. I listen to a lot of different kinds of music, and whenever I hear something that just like sparks a feeling of emotion in me or something like that, like I just, or whenever a situation happens that elicits a positive emotion, I write a lot of optimistic songs and verses, because I just like I'm trying to either motivate or show determination or positive vibes. That's usually where I sit.
That's where I'm at too, on the same thing. I know a lot of people, because I had TJ on the podcast, And he was one of those guys that was really channels the pain.
Yeah,
Like
I
a
heard him
pain.
talking about that.
So it's kind of interesting to kind of see both sides of that spectrum. But
Yeah.
music has always been a happy thing for me. It's always been a party. It's always been fun. It's always
Yeah.
been brews and blunts with the boys
Yeah.
and poolside podcasts and things that rhyme, really. I mean, blunts with the boys and brews and blunts with the boys and poolside podcasts. Things that just go like that. That's when you know things are right.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, no doubt.
Like this is supposed to be happening.
Yeah,
Because not only does it feel right,
but it
it's-
just fits.
and it fits. It
It's like a
sounds
puzzle,
right.
man. Yeah, no, I really dig that.
Is
the
life a
words.
puzzle?
Well, of course.
Life's a puzzle, bro.
Or is it a game? Or is a puzzle
Puzzles
a
are
game?
games, bro.
Yeah.
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 Think about
If it's
that.
not a puzzle, then why is there blocks? Why do I live 10 blocks away from the
Oh shit!
Puzzle blocks, bro.
See what I'm saying?
Wow.
You know, why do certain neighborhoods have alleys?
I think we just hit oil right
Why
here.
isn't there alleys behind everybody's house?
The whole world's a puzzle. But wait, if the whole world's a puzzle, does that mean that it's flat?
Okay.
It could be a Rubik's Cube.
That's true.
Yeah, a Rubik's Cube twisted. and
Yeah,
turned.
I'm a cube earther, bro.
Is a fault line just like a section that's going to twist?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's whoa.
See what I'm
Whoa.
Who's really woke?
That's
saying?
I think we
I
just
we're-
became
I think
woke.
we're woke.
You saw it here
are you
first,
guys-
folks.
Like, you guys feeling woke?
I'm feeling woke.
Life
bro.
is a puzzle.
Yeah, and if
Yeah.
it's not, then what are we doing on blocks?
And some people just have more colors lined up on that
Hey.
Rubik's Cube.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Just trying to line up them colors, bro.
Yeah, a lot of blue out
And
there.
some people just, I'm going to be honest, some people just like started trying to figure out the Rubik's Cube and just said, I'm not going to even try to figure this out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I'm just going to go do something else.
that Rubik's Cube is
And-
just like spinning.
Yeah,
It
and
is.
those people are happy too. They're like, fuck this Rubik's Cube. I'm just going to go fucking do something else. And if the Rubik's Cube fits together while I'm just doing my thing, then fuck it.
And
You
some
know?
people are in a certain spot of the Rubik's Cube where they're like getting the good weather, and like where they're shifting, it's getting better and better. So like they're in like a good spot,
Yeah.
but eventually it's gonna be a bad spot. Like
Because
California.
it's going to keep moving.
Exactly, but like for the next 100 years, they're good.
Yeah.
All I
And
need
then
is
other people are in a spot that's like went through hard times and coming into its good years. Yeah.
Cycles, man.
Yeah, we're high.
I'm just trying to get my green
We're-
side lined up.
We're high.
get the green side lined
That's
up,
it. I'm
man.
focusing on that green
I
side.
don't know. I think the
first.
red side. I think the green side represents wealth and money,
There you go.
and then I think the red side would symbolize like your heart and health,
Love,
and love,
blood, war,
and
death,
family, and shit
famine.
like that.
Yeah.
What about
and
the
then-
yellow side?
Yeah, the yellow side. What would that be? Would that be
Bananas and lemons and
like
type of stuff.
mushroom trips and
Yeah,
shit,
mushroom trips and like
road trips,
sailboats.
sailboats,
You know what I mean? That'd be over there somewhere.
there you go, sailboats.
lake trips.
Yeah, exactly. Jet skis.
Damn.
That'd be all on the yellow side.
And what other side is there?
There's
blue.
yeah.
There's blue, orange, and white. I think we got left.
What's the blue side?
Water.
So the blue side, maybe the
Blue side. No, blue side's,
Got sailboats.
it's got all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Water. Bunch of water.
Bunch of water on the
Sailboats
blue
are in that too.
So the yellow and the blue are very, very.
They're far apart, but they've got a few similarities.
When those two come together, you got July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a party when they're around
Bro,
each
I'm
other.
telling you, I have not been, even with this finger, I have not been happier than to be right here, right now in July.
Ah,
I've
it's
waited
so nice.
so long. 36 months of winter we waited.
I feel
It
like it
feels
was
like-
roughly 36 months. I feel like it's like
And
still
it-
April.
And I feel like we're getting like 1 or 2 months of summer, and then we're already just like going back towards fall. Like,
Yeah.
what was June? June was April. I don't know.
June didn't exist, bro.
No.
Yeah, June was
We're
a
gonna
wash.
get a couple good months, then they're gonna block our streets off.
Dude, we gotta get out to the lake, man. What's your guys' favorite lake around here?
I go to one lake.
You go to Deer Lake.
Deer Lake, baby.
Deer Lake's your spot, huh?
Deer Lake, baby.
What about, there was this one I was just, one over kind of down by the Palouse, down, because there's some stuff over when you're going towards like Pullman. I haven't really explored that area much.
This area has so many lakes.
I've
Good lakes.
I haven't been to many lakes. I went to Lake Roosevelt a few times.
Ooh.
When was the last time you guys went?
Roosevelt's tight.
You guys cliff jump?
No,
What, like Tubbs Hill?
I
I've
mean,
done that.
no. I mean, there's some Fish Trap. There's some Williams Lake. There's some lakes we can,
Dude, you see, dude, when things like this happen to me, I'm like, should I be cliff jumping?
Should I be cliff jumping?
You know?
Mike doesn't cliff jump.
No, I don't. I'll jump off like a high dive or like something that's like 10 feet, 20 feet, maybe.
No, you've never done 20.
But
Dude, we were out like over at Keller Ferry. I don't know if I probably talked about this before, but over at Keller Ferry, you had to like take a little ferry boat across. Like there's a campsite right on Lake Roosevelt, and you take a ferry boat across to like, and there's like the Indian reservation over there, and then you would like climb up into some hill, like some shit you could jump off. And when I was a young boy, my buddy, like he shot a fucking bottle rocket into an ant hole and set the entire cliff on fire.
bro, that took a turn. Holy shit!
Yeah, and people.
How are you gonna say you like went cliff jumping and found a dope spot? Homie just burned the forest down.
Damn, the
just
Indian
like,
reservation came out on him.
and then all of a sudden, well, it was like people were lined up waiting for the ferry, so people were like coming out, like running out of their trucks and cars with their coolers and dumping water on this fire. And I can't even really remember what happened after that, but I just know that it wasn't a very good night.
Did he get
after
in
that.
trouble? Did they know it was him?
We all got.
Are you telling
we all
right
just,
now?
I think we all just got we got like
A
just
good
discipline
talking
from
to.
our parents.
Yeah,
Yeah,
good
like,
talking to.
the night wasn't enjoyable,
Yeah.
but nothing too traumatic.
You
But it
guys-
was kind of crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Still
is
stayed up late.
Still stayed up late.
You know,
You
you
can
got
only
the
watch
lake,
one
you know?
movie before
Yeah,
bed.
Yeah.
When you take some psychedelics and just lay underneath the stars with no cell phone, that'll change you.
Yeah, it
beautiful.
sure will.
It's a beautiful thing.
I think that's something that maybe like, especially a lot of the people that are on the internet that are angry. I think that they should take some psychedelics and go out to somewhere like a meadow and just lay on your back at night and just watch the universe and the stars and just leave your phone at home. And
Yeah, leave yourself open to new understandings, man.
I think
It's
that's
called grounding.
Yeah, reckon with yourself one time.
just like I feel like you should earth a little bit. You should take those socks off. Go walk around in some dirt.
Yeah.
You know, like don't just, you're wearing shoes. Everything is, you know, don't drive everywhere. Like just go walk to the store. Like, you know, you got to switch it up. I feel like, or
Yeah.
it's like we just get too, you know, life starts to get jaded because you're just on Facebook and you're driving and it's just work, home, tacos every day.
True.
You just explained your life.
Taco Tuesday, Monday, Taco Tuesday, Wednesday.
He said tacos every day.
You know, you just getting into that.
Looked around like, damn it.
Yeah, I totally identify with that.
I think that's a good reset, man. And when we did that shroom tea and we took that little journey,
The jaunt.
man, that was
Could you imagine them doing? I couldn't imagine them done anything else.
That was just
No.
that was so cool, man. And I think that the cool thing was that we went through many emotions. So there was like a kind of a like a dull moment. Like we kind of took them, and then we
Everyone's
sipped the
doubting.
tea, and we were all kind of doubting. We're
There's
like,
always
oh,
going to be that little
it's
period of
cloudy.
doubt. Yeah.
It was raining.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, what the fuck? We're walking through mud. And then we get up to the scenic vista and the clouds break. And we were just
Mr.
like,
LaSchwab walks by.
some guy. Yeah,
Some guy walked by and tried to throw our trip off, but then
But
we just,
no,
it came
dude,
back strong.
And he was
Yeah.
cool. He didn't sing.
No, he was good.
He didn't like us.
I mean,
He was fine with us.
No,
I
I watched his body language, and as he passed by us, he shook his head.
He didn't like our joint.
That's what that was.
Yeah. He had no problem with us as individuals.
Okay.
He didn't like the presence of marijuana.
Okay. Probably his land.
What's
Because
up
it does
with,
cross
what's up
through
with
a-
not liking the presence of marijuana, especially if you're in the woods?
I mean,
Skunks live here.
yeah, and also just like, how dare you? like,
How dare you?
no, but seriously, like, how dare you come up here and just like enjoy yourself?
And make this
Yeah,
the-
like,
the
what do you
fucking
have
fun
at
spot.
home? Like, y'all don't got kids. Like,
This is where us old people like to do our walks.
Meandering. It's not even walking. It's
Ooh,
meandering.
where does that
at that
come
point,
from?
we were loitering.
I'm going to go
on
out
his
for a
land,
little
yeah.
mosey.
What's the difference between loitering and meandering?
Meandering?
Meandering
you're,
is what.
you're like aimlessly shuffling around. You're kind of like just, you're moving with no purpose.
Meandering.
Yeah,
You
meandering.
guys ever like how to
And
like?
loitering,
Yeah.
Have you guys
what's
ever just like
loitering?
really got high
Loitering,
and thought about
loitering
a word?
you're standing still.
and you're just sitting there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
okay.
posted.
Linger.
So if there's a sign that said no meandering, no loitering,
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Don't be a fucking meanderer, bro.
They're
So
probably
does that mean that you're just like...
they're probably like meander away from this
Meander
loitering.
that way.
No, they said none of that. Neither loitering or meandering. That means you got to walk by this bitch. Like,
Dude, I mean, I'm trying to think.
Don't
Of,
pause.
I'm trying to think of any time I've heard anybody use the word meandering.
I mean, only in movies. That's why he knows.
Have
it.
you guys gotten high and just looked at a word and been like meandering?
Meandering.
Did a cat make it up?
Yeah, it does sound like a fucking cat word, bro.
That's what a cat does.
That's how cats walk.
Meander. Somebody that's listening, Google that and the origins.
Yeah,
of
meander origins. Send that to us.
And just, I don't know, you can kind of say it a few times, meander, and it kind of sounds cool. Yeah, I don't want to get stuck on meander, but
I do a lot of meandering.
Meandering. It's kind of like it's a mosey.
Yeah.
It's a
When
mosey.
I go to Home Depot,
that's kind of like life. Like in my entire 20s, I was meandering. Through
Meandering.
life.
Yeah.
The meandering 20s. That's
yeah.
what they call
So I
them.
mean, like this is an album name right here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, meandering
Meandering.
through Spokane.
Yeah.
Damn.
Ooh, meandering through Spokane. We're gonna cut all this. Don't worry.
What is the? Oh
No,
no!
okay.
Come on.
No, I
dude.
just don't want people taking our album name.
Yeah. Oh, don't steal meander.
Yeah, meandering. You don't even. They don't know how to spell it. It's fine.
They don't know how to spell Spokane.
What's your guys' favorite summer activity?
Laying down in the sun.
Oh, just laying there.
Yeah.
Just
Just
laying-
catching some
Today's
rays.
been a very lazy year so far. I don't know why. I haven't been very ambitious. Usually I have my bike out and I
You
ride my
don't
bike.
know why you haven't been very ambitious.
I haven't been very ambitious.
Nobody's ambitious
working,
right now,
bro.
bro.
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
Coronavirus.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't. That's.
Hey, let's
who's-
not make
we
this
can't-
about politics.
No, the thing about it, the whole, like, I mean, you can't make that an excuse. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
To go ride a bike.
Yeah, exactly.
Bruh.
I'm talking about not
Sure.
riding my bike.
There's a guy riding a bike. Yeah, no, we're not going to make this about politics, but I did see a guy that was in this hot sun riding his bike with his mask on, and I was like, yeah, you could probably,
Yeah.
Take that
Not
off.
do that.
Yeah.
you could probably breathe.
He's
dude.
doing it for the cause.
But he's just like, but I'm going through so many elements.
Maybe he's sick. I saw my first person. I went to Lowe's to get some shit for the house. I saw my first person. They were in line with a mask around their chin, and they were coughing and sneezing. Dude was putting a cough drop in and had his mask around his chin. And I was like, I don't feel safe here.
He's like, this is the chin guard. I got my chin guard on.
Yeah, just coughing and sneezing up the place.
You know, man, you
should
went,
have coughed on the back of his shirt.
I just
Nah,
went out
you
to the
gotta get
car
away. You
and drank
just
a
gotta-
teaspoon
get
of
away.
hand
Just get away.
sanitizer.
dude,
Fucking
I gotta
cleanses
run
the
away.
body.
You guys got to watch Freaks.
Freaks.
You guys see I posted it? Do you see it? I know you probably saw it. I posted on Instagram. Freaks. I saw it on Netflix, I think.
Is this like a porno
It's
or what is this?
Could be. I think it's a good name for a porno. Probably.
I've seen Teen Freaks. I don't think I've seen Freaks.
Oh. Damn, bro.
Teen freaks. Teen freaks. Oh, okay.
It's kind of just like I don't want to give it away. It's one of those movies. I really am into movies that you want to know very, very little
Yeah.
when you go into it.
Oh.
Like, I don't
I
want to
watched
see
one
a
of those
trailer.
last night.
Oh, what was that?
Palm Springs.
Ooh.
It's new on Hulu. It's got Andy Samberg
That's
and
good?
yeah, it's like a comedy movie. I wouldn't tell you anything about it.
Oh.
Don't look up anything about it. Just watch it.
He said, "Oh, he loves it."
I love that. I'm so excited.
Yeah, go in blind as fuck, bro.
Have, like,
Encouraged.
so one of the big movies that was like that for me was Get Out.
Yeah.
So I didn't like. Everybody was like, "Oh, Get Out's really good. It's crazy." Da da da. I was just like, "Don't tell me."
Don't tell me
And
anything.
I didn't want to see the
tell
trailer.
me
I didn't know
anything.
what it was about. All I knew it was weird, and it has some kind of some twists and crazy.
Same
shit
with
to it.
Sorry to Bother You. That's another one of those. You don't want to know anything about it
No.
going in.
Oh no. And then you just you don't want to. One like the phones are kind of fucking shit up. I think we've known this for a while.
Yeah.
But like I'll start pulling my phone out during a movie, and I'll be
Oh.
scrolling out
can't
on
do
shit.
that.
And I'm like,
Can't do that.
I'll just have the movie on, and then I'm on Instagram and it's just like, it just ruins it.
It does.
You
It,
really gotta.
the spoilers and everything, bro. Like I'm a video game guy when I have time to play video games, but I don't do the online shit. I play like single player story shit.
That's what I like to.
I'm playing Last of Us 2 right now.
Ooh.
And the first game, super dope, super good story. Waited 7 years to see like the conclusion of the story or the next part of it or whatever. They spoiled a bunch of the shit online. Like you couldn't find any post on anything in like if you're looking up like video game news or anything like that where they weren't talking about like spoilers and like whole like chunks of the story of the game getting released. And I tried so hard to stay away from that shit and ended up like just stumbling across some shit on complete accident because I like pulled up Facebook and some dude was bitching about all the changes that they made in the game or
so
some
it's just
shit.
like you just read the text and
Yeah,
boom.
it's right there. It's done. It's over.
You didn't have to watch a video or anything. Yeah.
No. So
Yeah.
the phones are fucking things.
You guys miss theaters? Like,
I like
Kinda.
that. I'm a guy.
'cause I know you guys both went.
I'm the kind of a guy that'll go to the theater by himself.
I know. I remember you
Yeah.
told me that. That's so crazy.
I think
do that.
that's honestly the only time. Like, I
It
don't.
does actually sound like. I mean, you don't get on your phone there?
I don't get on my phone there
No.
Yeah.
because it's frowned upon. I think that's one reason
Yeah.
that I like to do it is because you really are locked in.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
kind of are locked into whatever you're watching.
And even at my house, there's like a little creak of sun coming through the fucking shades or something. Unless you're watching it at night, right? So when
Yeah.
you're in the theater, it's really just.
You can zero in on that shit.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, plus I like theaters. I like going to like the IMAX or like the Dolby ones that got
Oh.
like the extra speakers
I haven't
that
done
fucking
that
knock,
in a
bro.
long time.
Bro, that's the shit I go to movies for. I don't just go see like comedy movies or whatever. Like I need some fucking superhero shit or some
So,
like big action.
I mean, you
or-
and me, like, we went and saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and we made kind of a thing out of it, and I think we were all kind of falling asleep. As Cody's yawning, we were all falling asleep during like halfway through.
Didn't we
all
go
kind of
see it at like a 10 o'clock showing or something? It was kind of late to start a movie that's like 3 hours long.
Yeah, and we did actually.
So it was like right around 10:30ish. I started like I think
the
like
movie
nodding off
theater
for a second.
and those little bottles of Tito's.
Yeah. Clutch. Little bottles of Tito's, vape pen.
And you just get your Sprite, and you just.
Yep.
And man, dude, I'm telling you, get that spiked Sprite.
Money.
Yeah, but then-
That'll knock you out during a Tarantino flick.
Yeah, dude. And I watched it again, and I would watch it again.
I would watch it again. I love it.
The ending of that movie is
I
so
love it.
epic. I love it so much. And you
A lot of people said it was boring, like the shit didn't happen, but I don't know. It's so well shot and like
just got to watch it again.
it's entertaining
You-
and
the-
engaging.
Yeah, you just got to watch it again. I think that Tarantino, he makes these movies that you go back, and every
Has
time you go back,
layers,
yeah.
it has layers.
Yeah.
You know, I can still go back and watch Pulp Fiction and just appreciate shit, or go back and watch Reservoir Dogs.
It's the level of detail, like the craft that goes into making those movies. It's like it almost whatever's happening in the movie, it does need to be kind of dope, and there needs to be good dialogue and good shit that happens. But it's for me with a Tarantino flick, it's like secondary. It's
What's
just
your
the picture that he paints and like the world he creates is far and above.
What's your favorite Tarantino flick?
Pulp Fiction.
Really?
What's yours?
Probably the same. I tried to hit you up and say, I'm gonna put on Pulp Fiction. I remember you had me put something else.
It's
on that.
close
So
though.
good.
It's Django is like a close second.
No,
bro.
there was one that Zach told me to put on. I forget what it was. I'll think of it.
Was it True Romance?
Yeah, exactly.
True Romance is my favorite movie.
Yeah, and
That-
it was just like sitting there on.
That'll get me every time.
I think I told him, I said I want to watch something in the '90s,
Yeah.
and it's just like True Romance.
Dude, True Romance is like, I don't know, man, a little Christian Slater, right? Yeah,
I think so.
Christian
yeah.
Slater
Yeah,
and
you're right.
Patricia Arquette,
Mm-hmm.
and man, the twists and the turn. It's just like I like it. I like it when it's not like a happy ending too. When
Yeah.
something goes awry,
Yeah.
and some shit happens.
It's
So
a little somber. Yeah.
that's my favorite Tarantino movie. And then Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Oh, he did True Romance.
He did True Romance. I think he wrote it.
Oh, okay, what was that one? Okay, yeah, yeah, that was the. What's that guy in there in that movie?
Well, Christopher Walken's in it. Christian Slater's in it.
Okay, no, what's the movie? Is it American Beauty?
Oh, American Beauty with
Kevin Spacey's.
Everything with Kevin Spacey.
You,
That older stuff?
You gonna come out and say you like Kevin Spacey movies now?
Everything with that. Everything with that older Kevin Spacey stuff.
That's bold.
I don't know
That's
if
good.
I don't know if Cody knows about the Kevin Spacey.
You don't know about Kevin Spacey?
No, I mean I've heard.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's fucking weird.
He's a weirdo, bro.
I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of actors are though.
Don't get in the car with Kevin Spacey.
No, I mean I'm not saying.
Bro, can you imagine you're driving Kevin Spacey to the house and he just reaches over, you're driving, and he grabs your dick.
And you're just like,
No,
And
okay.
he's just like, don't tell anybody about this.
whoa. I'd be like, oh, I just
So-
want to.
It's a nice baby driver you got there.
Oh,
But I mean,
Jesus
what
Christ.
is his old movies not supposed to be good because of that?
I mean, I guess you can separate the art from the artist. but
Can you?
he
That's
looks
this is a
little weird.
good this is a good question
In that case,
that I
can
want to
you?
ask everybody.
You got a bug on ya.
if you knew at the time he was filming all that, he was sexually assaulting men and young boys, could you watch
or
it?
the R. Kelly thing?
Yeah.
Like if you're like, well, you know, it was good music. You know, I like Space Jam. You know, like
I see piss, I move.
You know, but it's like, do you know, if you knew that there was some kind of bad things happening when it was being made, does that sway you, or are you able to separate it?
Okay, yes, that sways me.
You know,
I think
because like I'm gonna listen to Michael Jackson.
However, like
you know, like you're not gonna stop me because I want to hear that shit, bro. Play
Michael
that
Jackson,
shit.
Michael Jackson wasn't convicted of anything, was he?
No,
I don't
he
know.
wasn't
They
convicted. There's documentaries and all sorts of shit that say he touched kids. Macaulay Culkin says he's cool though.
There's also documentaries
I
that
trust
say,
Macaulay.
that say meat's bad, and there's also documentaries that say
Yeah,
just
but
eating vegetables are bad.
meat
so.
didn't touch kids though.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, it's
Yeah.
not always just because there's a documentary about it doesn't mean it's.
That's true.
And that's true.
So you have to believe what you believe. I think that like if there's proof, if someone was convicted of some shit,
Yeah.
like obviously Kevin Spacey's been ostracized from Hollywood and like tried to put out apology videos.
What
and
do you
tried
mean?
To say,
Didn't he just
I'm
make?
sorry, I'm gay.
Yeah.
He just had Baby Driver. It was like new.
That's like that happened right before all of his allegations.
Oh, and he hasn't come out with nothing since.
No, he released one video that he shot himself of him playing his character from House of Cards,
That's right.
where he tried to apologize and like act all creepy and be like, "No, it's fine because I'm gay now. I've been gay the whole time, you guys. I'm gay, so it's fine." And they're like, "Yeah, but you still like touched people without their consent." And
Yeah.
That's all crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That is
get
very
it.
crazy, man. That is
Those
very crazy.
those old '90s movies are. Wait, what was that other one?
Or I mean, like a lot,
Contagious, or-
bro. A lot of those.
American Beauty's a dope movie. Don't
Dude,
get me
a
wrong.
lot of these movies were all produced by, and Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein.
Like all those Tarantino movies we love.
Yeah, the Weinstein Company
Really?
produced all of them.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just like, what are you gonna just, you know? Yeah.
There's a problem with that's the thing, man. These big institutions in America that have been around for years. I won't get political. We'll keep it with Hollywood. But there's a lot of institutions in America that have existed for so long. They're fucked up all the way to the top.
Yeah, man.
And you can't you couldn't weed everybody out at this point.
People gonna get old and die off, man.
Yeah, we gotta hope.
got new people thinking new ways.
We gotta hope.
And you know, I think that people just need to talk about it. People just need to have conversations. You know what I mean? Just conversate with your fellow people, especially in this day and age that we're in. Choose to have a conversation in real life. I feel like over not over text, even, right? Like even when you text somebody, there's
no emotion in it.
Yeah,
Shit gets misconstrued real easy over a text.
You know, when you're gonna send somebody a story, just call them.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what you should do. We just need to be able to communicate better, and that's kind of why I wanted to do the podcast too, because I wanted to just have more communication.
For real.
Yeah.
Agreed, bro. It's the only way to do it.
What's on your guys' travel list? Where you guys?
Ooh, I'm about 70% sure I signed up for a trip to Australia.
Australia.
Wow.
Yeah.
When?
It would be next year.
Next year.
Really?
Yep.
I hope they're letting us in.
Me, the fam. I mean, yeah. Granted, we can do that, you know. But
A trip to Australia, man. They have some of the scariest bugs.
Yeah, bugs, bro. You got to be careful down there.
Okay, so Mike, you haven't said anything good about it yet.
About Australia?
You've so far said
No,
hopefully they let us in.
I think and then
now
just
it's
mean
the bugs.
I just mean there's no other country right now that's really letting Americans go places. So we hope that's different next year.
Yo,
This is next summer.
Yeah.
yo, I'm saying that
It'll be
they
fun.
got some just wild animals down
The
there.
spiders, bro.
Yeah,
Are
of
gigantic.
Course, of course.
But this dude's been to
That's
Africa.
exciting.
Yes, but it's
So this
there's
guy,
risk in everything.
That's true.
bro,
So-
I don't like spiders, man. You see some
Yeah.
spider, dude. I killed a spider in my house. It was like this big, bro. Now, if I seen one that was like a little Murphy running around, bro.
I'm gonna go see it.
Australia's a wild place, bro. Kangaroos, giant spiders.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole history of Australia, that whole country started as a prison colony.
Damn.
Yeah, that's all the prisoners from like England and Europe that they didn't have room to keep there. They shipped them to an island, It was Prisoner Island, and then that is what has evolved into modern day
What is
Australia.
like Australia? Man, I do want to go to Australia. That's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
interesting.
And then
Isn't
I
it
guess
crazy?
the
Like
idea-
it's a crazy
the
history, dude.
idea would be 2 weeks Australia and then go to the Philippines.
Wow,
Philippines is dope.
2 weeks.
That's what's up.
man,
You know,
international
there's-
traveler, dude.
Yeah, there's risk, but no,
That's awesome.
we've done it before. We've taken malaria medicine before.
hmm
We went to South Africa.
Dude, Australia is kind of crazy. How big is Australia? Is
I'm
it
not
like,
sure.
is it
I
like
haven't
half
done
of
it.
We
America?
talked about this once. What is it? It's
Is it because it's a big island,
It's smaller than America.
smaller
Yeah.
than America?
Well, that's
Just by a
that's the
little bit.
Philippines right below you, right there.
Oh yeah,
And so I'm not saying that's
The
Australia.
South China Sea. Oh, dude.
that's crazy. How many islands are over it? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
She said
No,
some
those
of,
are weed crumbs.
and she said
So look at all these little islands out here.
and she was saying some of the islands are like, their own little like colony, not colony, but like, it's its own like little city.
So they kinda,
It's
like,
almost
different
like some of
vibes.
them are so small. It's it's private.
They
Yeah.
govern themselves.
I like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
I like that. That's cool.
I'm like
Very
damn, that's tight.
community oriented.
Oh, big time.
See, I think that's something that we really all should, just be more community oriented too. Like we should really I mean, how often do you live next to somebody and you just like, I don't fucking talk
You
to
don't even
them.
know
I
'em.
don't want to fucking know them.
Yeah.
Don't fucking. The less I know, the better.
Right.
When I don't know. Should you know them? Sometimes I feel like that too. Like I don't know if I do.
Yeah.
Because then you got them knocking on.
Yeah, it's too
Just
friendly
depends.
at that point.
It's in-
I'm real private.
Well, see,
real
the only
private.
the only thing that differentiates like knowing somebody or not, your neighbor, would be whether they are renting or if they're owning the house. In my book.
So if they're owning, then you want to get to know them.
There you go. If they're renting, then you don't really want them to know because then they know what you have and then they're leaving and you'll never know anything about that guy again.
Yeah, that's true.
And you know what I
Good
mean?
point. Good point.
And so that's a big. And so when you see a lot of people not knowing their neighbor, it's because a lot of people are renting.
Mhm.
That
You
makes
know what I
sense.
True.
That makes sense.
Actually, when I think about it, that's very true.
Yeah.
That is very
If
true.
you live in an area where everybody owns their house, they all know each other.
Because if you have a lot of old folks, even in your neighborhood, and you just go, and you get to know them, like they'll bake you apple pie.
Yeah.
Like
I
you'll
used to rely on the old folks.
they'll watch your house when you're out of town. Like
Yeah.
you need to have,
Yep.
that kind of
People
the community.
Keep an eye on your house, watch your kids, do the whole thing. Takes a community when you're
it's
part of a community.
Takes a village. But it seems these
Yeah.
days like we're all.
Very
If
segmented.
somebody's like, if you're outside and your neighbor's outside, maybe you just like, kind of just mind your business.
Yeah, you
And
don't
you're
say
not like, what up,
anything.
dude? Like, hey,
You
like,
just kinda like, don't talk to them, little Billy.
Or maybe that's just me. But when I was a kid, very community, very like we knew all the neighbors, and it was always waving. We knew the names. And,
Was there fences?
They'd bring
in the
stuff. Yeah, we had
backyards?
fences. and-
Okay.
Yeah, I'm big on needing that privacy, especially in the backyard.
Yeah.
So if I build a house or something, I need to have
A good amount of privacy.
good amount of privacy.
Yeah, that's what I need too. I agree.
What's up, guys? I'm fucking high.
Dude,
It's
for real.
hot.
I know. I'm about to take another dip in that pool.
Yeah, it's in the shade too. A little bit of
Oh, I
shade.
know. Look at
Ooh.
that. That's nice. I need to
What's
take
the
another
temp?
jump.
It
Good-
was nice, bro.
good
We
night.
did.
75.
I
right
think
now.
the reason this is felt so good too, because I think it's probably like 85 out here.
Yeah.
So we hit that pre podcast pool. Pop.
Pre-podcast pool pop.
Ooh, pre-podcast pool pop. And then
Yeah.
we came up here and
Right
did
here,
it.
pool popping.
Then we
It's
had
the pre-podcast pool party.
blunts,
That's what it
brews,
was.
and barbecues.
So
Blunts, brews, and
we're
barbecues
gonna
with
just
bros.
post up a little video before this podcast. That's gonna be a little, glimpse into the pre-podcast pool party.
Pre-podcast pool party.
Pre-pod-
Patent pending.
patent pending. All in one.
Meander
Meander.
over to the pool. And
Let's
jump
meander
in.
over to the pool.
All right, guys.
All right. See you guys.
Later.
Later.
Yo, I'm just happy to be here.
But wait, if the whole world's a puzzle, does that mean that it's flat?
Definitely, like right here this is full of blood, so it's like
This is full of blood. Blood, war, death. No, famine. Yeah, water.
Did a cat make it up?
Pause.
How dare you come up here just
Meander.